I want to jump straight in, Libra, and tell you this is a significant month because there is both a full moon and a new moon across the Aries Libra axis. So this month has a lot to say about your relationships. Again, as I said in one of the earlier readings today, this is not just about relationships with others. It's about how you relate to yourself. How do you enjoy those quiet moments when you're alone with yourself? Are you restless? Are you at peace? That's an important question this month. On the 7th, we see the full moon taking place in Aries. That's this zone of the horoscope, the 7th house, which has to do with your meaningful relationships. And for you, the moon is also intimately tied in with your work because it rules this 10th zone, the zone of Cancer, which is your professional life, your reputation, and this is called karma sthana. Karma sthana means the zone of karma. If we take that karmic planet, there's the full moon on the 7th, 8th, in this 7th house, then there's going to be some karma. There's going to be maybe some stark realizations associated with your zone of relationships. The other factor there, Libra, is this retrograde Neptune also moving out of the 7th house. It's just about to commence its long trek. It takes years and years. Neptune and Pluto are decades long. Sometimes they take a decade or so in each sign. So this is the spiritual planet. It rules this 6th house. The 6th ruler going through the 7th house is not good. For some of you, this may be a departure from the current relationship, but at least with that full moon, and I'm going to mention in a moment the new moon that takes place also this month, this could be the severing of relationships and or the beginning of, death sometimes is not a physical death. Likewise, in relationships, the death of a relationship can be the death of the old patterns that have been submerging you in doubt and confusion. That is also the domain of Neptune. Neptune has a function which has you reaching, idealizing something that is just not there, and that there is Saturn. Saturn is what is the actual. Neptune is what is the possible. So here we have a difficult conjunction here. This combination of what's possible and what's likely can be in conflict. That's the confusion that you've had. However, the great news is that as this, firstly, you've got a lot more confidence right now. You've got what we call the Venus return. Venus is returning here to your sun sign, and then the moon makes connection with Venus, which is your personal ruling planet. Then the new moon on the 21st. So when I said that relationship can finish in some cases, that doesn't necessarily mean a physical death of the relationship. The new moon here shows a whole new pattern emerging in the way that you see the relationship. As we grow and we evolve, we can sometimes diverge, sometimes converge. You have to be flexible enough to allow yourself and your partner that opportunity to develop in the way that is most natural. And so, as I said at the beginning, this is most certainly a month that brings focus to your relationships, but that relationship, most importantly, is to yourself. How are you going to change those elements of yourself that need to be implemented in your relationships? Not just your love life, but here we see the activation of your zone of work, Jupiter in the 10th house. You've got this combative Mercury Mars in the 2nd house. It could be that we see these aspects between the combative planets and the ideal planets here, related to money, values of a material nature may be the primary cause of some of the problems that Librans are experiencing right now. On the very last day of the month, Mercury moves out of this area. It's moving away from that combative mode, which is good. It moves into the third house on the 31st of October, allowing you to really bring some rationale into the picture rather than, relying on those emotional tendencies we saw with the moon, which it is, and some of the more combative tendencies when it was combined with Mars. So this is a nice end to the month. It still doesn't mean things are completely resolved, but as long as you're ready, willing and able to take on this newfound self-insight into your relationships, I think that's going to be a positive for you. That's against the backdrop of this also not so slow moving, but it's relatively slow moving, the expansive Jupiter in your 10th house. Things should continue to do well in your work. Now, please do follow the links after you've subscribed and liked, lots of likes if you can, because we've got more information there for you on the month of October 2025. And it's also an opportunity for you, if you wish, to drop me a line. If you're wanting to know what's going on in this crazy world right now, astrology can give you an anchor there to help you understand yourself more clearly based upon those personal details of your time and place of birth, which really refines the horoscope. I'll be back. I hope you will be. See you same time, same channel next month. Take care now. Bye-bye.